Good morning, SK. I'm Alex.
And I'm Riley.
What?
What's with the face mask on the wolves?
Don't you remember?
Remember what?
Look, it's been 4 years.
Huh? Wait,
Yeah, we'll get into it later, but we need to get going. Haven't purchased a yearbook yet? What are you waiting for? They're only $65 at the ASB office. You don't want to miss out on your high school memories. The leadership class will be collecting blankets to donate to those in need until the end of the month. Drop them off in the library. This is a class competition, so whichever class has the most donations will receive a special prize. Support the senior class and their prom and buy a Gatorade or a Sunny D for just $1 at the ASB office. A limited number of Roscoe cookie sandwiches will be available today in the DECA student store.
TikTok, Tolo is closing in. Get ready as tickets go on sale Monday. Yesterday, basketball took on CK. Varsity and JV won by a run each. For soccer, Varsity beat Federal Way 3-2 while JV fell short. In the scheduled events, today golf will face Curtis at Trophy Lake. Also, girls water polo starts their season against Puyallup away. Tomorrow, track will be at Peninsula starting at 3:30. Girls tennis will take on Puyallup with Varsity at home and JV away. Finally, baseball will try to score some runs against Olympia. JV will be at home and Varsity will be away. Changing gears, 4 years feels like a lifetime ago, but just think what it was all like before we heard the news.
March 13th. It started as a normal school day.
Good morning, South. It's Friday the 13th, and I'm Lana Duque.
And I'm Mason Strombach.
But shortly after 10 a.m., the directive to close schools went out and pivoted us in a way never seen before.
We all know that there have been a lot of news and rumors floating around about the coronavirus, and we all just want to hear the breaking news from Mr. Goodwin.
In the class, our teacher told us we were going to have a few weeks off.
I was in the 7th grade at Marcus. There was a lot of news going around, both from the teachers and from the student body, talking about how there's this new flu or something of the sort going around.
Initially, there was some excitement. After all, it was only supposed to be 2 weeks.
I didn't hear anything about remote learning. All I heard was that I wasn't going to be doing the state test, and I was so happy.
We were cleaning up our stuff and packing up, ready to take our few weeks break, and we didn't think it would be our last time in elementary school.
When I figured out that it was going to be a lot longer than 2 weeks, I was less excited because I didn't get to go to my 5th grade camp trip.
However, it didn't take long before the world knew that COVID-19 wasn't going anywhere.
When my school was like, hey, you're not gonna have school next week. And then it was like, hey, you're not gonna have school again next week. And then it's like, oh, you're not gonna have to go to actual school for like the next 3 years.
It wasn't long before reality set in. Remote learning was here to stay.
It's really hard transitioning, to 5th grade when you only have one class, and then to middle school where you have like 7 classes. So remote learning was hard. Also, it was all online. I wasn't really tech savvy.
School was tough, but the pandemic impacted students far beyond the classroom.
The hardest part was just the isolation, because while I still had my phone and devices to talk to people with, it did not make up for the physical time spent together.
The lack of physical fitness, yeah, I lost all my muscles.
It's been a tough 4 years, and while we want to put it all behind us, a few habits from those times of quarantine still continue today.
Now that I've lived through two-ish years of a pandemic, I am much more aware of disease and much more aware of how susceptible we all really are.
But we still do Google Classroom, so we just kind of learn how to use those computers better. And
the masking, I've noticed like a lot of people still do wear masks occasionally.
I would tell my pre-COVID self to just kind of buckle down and hang on, because I think that the person I became when I came out of the lockdowns and the mask mandates in 2022 is a much better person, and it was a better groundwork for the person that I am today.
In the end, most of us will have these stories to tell for the rest of our lives. Here's to hoping that once-in-a-lifetime event stays that way.
Let's hope we never have to go through that again. Moving on, upperclassmen, those needing to take their ELA state exam will take it next weekend. If you're unsure about your testing status and want to see if you're on the list, see Mrs. Wu in the library. Seniors, there's over $30,000 available in scholarships that is just from SK students. See how you can get a slice of the pie in the Career Center.
A reminder to all students, food delivery service like DoorDash and Uber Eats are not allowed on campus. If you forget your lunch, a family member can drop it off at the main office at a convenient time. However, delivery services will be turned away. The clubs meeting today are Auto Tech, Cosmetology and Self-Care, Journalism, and QSA. Meeting tomorrow will be 3D Wit, Art, Paintings to the purpose to the arts, Bible, ceramics, DECA, FCCLA, FFA, German, Japanese, psychology, shades of color, Spanish, and speech and debate.
Understand what I mean by 4 years now?
Most definitely. I cannot believe it's already been that long.
I know. Let's hope we all stay healthy and get to graduate without these.
Agreed. Well, I've been Riley.
And I've been Alex.
And that's the way the Wolf Howls.